let the debate continue in that regard. But we'll tackle the last but not least story for today. You know, the frightening saga of killings in Benue State continues, especially in the Sankera axis of the state. An alliance of groups known as the Coalition of Sankera Elites, CSE, has lamented the spate of attacks and killings in the axis, comprising Katsina Ala, Ukum, and Logo local government areas. It says that over 2,000 villages have been sacked and more than 1,000 persons have been killed as well, and property valued at billions of naira destroyed by armed herdsmen between July 2023 and December 2024.
It's so sad that this problem still persists.
Yeah.
If you know that the herdsmen problem have always been prevalent in that axis, the Plateau Benue axis.
Benue Plateau axis, yeah.
It's been prevalent. And I'm shocked to see these statistics, because I thought that the problem had gone down,
yeah,
drastically. But this is statistics up to December 2024. And the number of villages that have been sacked
1,000 is like
it's unbelievable.
More than half of a state.
It's unbelievable. So I have to appeal to the security forces to redouble their efforts, because we've said this several times. There's no place for armed herdsmen to be killing people. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Some people cannot just become law unto themselves, and then whatever the disagreements, even if there are disagreements, there are later processes to be able to solve the problem. Not that you will take laws into your hands and be killing people. That we can still be doing that up to December 2024, which is just a few months ago, is shocking. I don't know why. We should be able to solve this problem of these herdsmen, because it has been with us forever. And it seems that these people just believe that they are law to themselves and they can do whatever they like. We cannot allow that in a country that has law, that has laws and that have government in place. I know that our security outfits are overstretched, but we have to appeal to them again to do the needful. They should solve the problem in that axis. They must not allow these herdsmen to become law unto themselves.
Biko, but you know, there are three ships. I always talk about three ships. Yeah. Citizenship, settlership, indigenship. We don't seem to have tackled them.
Because the Benue Valley is probably the most fertile part of our country.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And,
no wonder it is regarded as the bread basket.
Yeah, food basket of our country. Virtually everything can grow. Nearly everything in our country can grow in Benue and Taraba. Those two states.
Okay, and Taraba, yeah.
Those two states can feed the whole of Nigeria, you know. So, but unfortunately, herdsmen continue to target Benue State. Today, at least 1/3 of the population of Benue are in IDP camps. You know, more than 10 IDP camps in the state, running at the state. Some are being run by the state government, some by private individuals. Out of 23 local governments in Benue State, only 10 are not disturbed by herdsmen.
Okay, out of 23?
Out of 23, only 10 are safe from the activities of herdsmen. Local governments like Gwe West, Agatu, Guma, Taka, Boko, Uruku, Logo, Ukum, Katsina Lang, Kwande, even Gwe East. Now, this Sankera area, that's where the former governor of the state comes from. What's his name? The young man who was governor after Akume.
Oh, after Akume. Who now went to the Senate.
Yes.
What's his name now?
The name keeps escaping me.
We'll remember later.
Yeah.
It's from this Sankera area. They even killed his uncle. there was a notorious bandit leader in that area. They call him Ghana, that the Nigerian army had to kill, because after they gave him amnesty, he still continued to kill people. So, because the killings didn't stop, Governor Tom then decided, okay, let's give him a second amnesty. So as they were taking him from the stadium in Katsina, they were taking him to Boko. Nigerian soldiers.
Okay, Gabriel Suswan.
Suswan. Nigerian soldiers used an articulated truck to block the road. They got hold of him and they served him justice because he had killed a lot of soldiers. So in spite of the fact that Ghana is out of the way, the killings in the Sankera area of Benue State have still not stopped. The killings have not stopped. They continue to kill people. I learned that it was his younger brother that took over banditry from him.
There was that back and forth between him and the governor at the time.
Yes, he was attacking the governor, but invariably they said, okay, let's give him amnesty again. And then amnesty came. He still didn't stop killing people.
Yeah.
So when the soldiers had that, in fact, a reception was planned for him.
That's it, I remember.
There was a first reception in Katsina in the stadium. Then there was another one planned. This one, the governor was waiting. Well, Nigerian soldiers blocked the road and then got hold of him.
They called his bluff.
And served him justice. You know, that thing caused a lot of confusion at that time.
Yes, in the state.
But you see that area, the killings have continued. Many people can't go home. They will come, burn people's houses. Herdsmen are doing their own. But even people who are not herdsmen, they are also involved in the killing of people, especially supporters, members of this Ghana's gang. Bandit gang. They were killing people along with herdsmen who have been doing their worst. It is unfortunate that despite the laws that were created to check the excesses of herdsmen, Tom came up with the anti-open grazing law.
Yeah.
But it still hasn't stopped the killing of people. And when these people sack communities, sometimes they even rename those communities. They stay there, they don't go back.
Okay.
I was told that this Kwande local government, that some parts of Kwande local government have already been taken over by herdsmen, criminal herdsmen. The people have lost their community. It's the same thing in Plateau State. I interviewed the governor and he said, there are many of our communities that have been renamed. Our people can't go back home. So this thing has to stop. There has to be a way to put an end to the wanton needless killing of our people.
Yes.
By criminal herdsmen, a lot of whom are not even from Nigeria.
Yeah.
People come from Mauritania, come from different places, you know, from Mali to come and be killing our people, from Burkina Faso to come and be killing our people. It's not right.
Mayor, at a time like this, it will not be out of place for JH to call on Mr. President as father figure to take a second long, hard look at this thing.
I agree with you absolutely, because Mr. President is the commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
So he's the #1 chief security officer of the country. And I think security has improved, especially under this NSA. So that's why I want to appeal to them to do the needful. There is need for them to call the bluff of these herdsmen.
Oh, yeah.
People cannot, some people cannot be more powerful than the state. We must not even accept that to happen. A situation where people will go into communities, sack members of that community and rename it. I mean, it's unacceptable. We must not allow things like that to happen.
And in some cases, fly flags.
We must not allow that to happen, especially when these people, these criminal herdsmen, are not even Nigerians. Most of them are not Nigerians. They are itinerant guys that came from all these, from Futajalon down. That's where they are from. So we cannot allow them. They don't have any stake in the country. They are criminals. And we should see them for who they are. They're just criminals.
They are up to no good.
So we must not allow criminals to take hold of our land. That is unacceptable. because the number one duty of government is security of life and property.
Yeah.
That is the first duty of government. That's the primary duty of government. So Mr. President should look into it and see how they can strengthen security in that area.
Yeah.
I also think that open grazing, open unrestricted grazing is not the solution.
Is a no-no.
Look at a country like Botswana. See how much money they are making from livestock production.
Yeah.
Livestock production is a gold mine that we have not tapped into it in this country.
Yeah.
They
Holland
built,
makes so
they
much
built
money from
a
livestock,
university
yes.
from the scratch with money from livestock in Botswana. After gold and diamond, livestock is a big money spinner for their country.
And it's a small country.
And it's a small country.
So
we have the resources. We have the resources to make that happen here in Nigeria. But the practices, the archaic practices, must stop. People should not graze their cattle freely on people's crops, on people's farmlands.
Especially
that's what leads to the violence.
Especially in a 21st century world.
No, there are better ways to do it. There are better ways to do it.
All right, we must begin to go home, but not before thanking BKO, Babajide Kolade Utitoje for your time.
Thank you, citizen.
Mayor Akingbero, thank you for your intervention.
Thank you.
And so on behalf of the Backroom Boys, I want to say many thanks for watching. We'll return to our normal time of 5 p.m. tomorrow. But if you missed this broadcast, not to worry. This episode will be repeated at 11:30.